Kim. This morning what we're going to do is plant our urns on the front porch. These aren't Hypertufa urns, these are cement urns, but I've had them for years and years. And you've probably seen them planted up before. But what we're going to do is use those plants that I got at my recent plant haul, and I'll reference that video right up here in the corner. But here we go. Okay, these urns here on the front porch, they're just side by side on each side. I've still got a little bit of the sedum in it, but I'm going to let that grow. It's just about to bloom. But the plants that we're going to put in are these that we just got at the recent plant haul. We got one for each side and several of the coleus so that we can distribute. And I'll plant some alyssum too. I think that'll look really good on each side of the front doorway. Okay, so let's get this started. First of all, let's work with our center point of interest, and that's going to be right in here. Now we'll have to water this thoroughly once we get it in there. I should have put my gloves in, but
you got them in your pocket.
Oh, my gloves are in my pocket instead of on my hands, so.
Well, here, you get your gloves on.
I'll do that. Okay. It's early morning, a little chilly out here. Here in Ohio, it's only getting warm just now. And in the nights, it's dropping into the 50s, but I'll take those any day compared to in the 30s. Okay, and
There we go.
And now where do we want this?
Yeah.
It looks like it's sprouting. This is the asparagus fern, the springery type. It's a little hard to get out.
Do you want me to
There it
try
comes.
to...
Look at that. Look how pot bound that is.
Oh my goodness.
It's really pot bound. You can see the little onions down in there, but I'm just going to kind of spread him out a little, and I'll just put him right down in here in the front. And hopefully we'll have a nice big dangly bush to come over the side. And then to contrast it, we're going to have this coleus. And I'm not sure of the particular, is there any little stem that gives a color on there?
No. No color.
Okay.
Just says coleus shade.
Okay, and I'm just going to plug out, what do you think, about 3 of those maybe?
Yeah. How did you get that out so easily, Mother?
Just give it a little squeeze and then get a hold of the stem. There. And what? These will probably get fairly big, but they will dangle a lot. So I think that'll look really good. Okay.
Are we going to do 3 or 4?
We can do 3 or 4, whichever you want. Have we got 8 in that pack?
Yeah, we have 8.
Okay, well that sounds good to me. I'll put one right here in the front
There you go.
too.
Look how nice that one looks.
Oh, he does look good.
Okay, so I'm going to put these over here for that one.
I think that looks really nice. Okay. That looks good. I like that.
I do too.
We'll water these real nice. Whoops, he came back out.
Get back in there.
Okay. Now, I think that looks really good. Crumbling up some of these clogs on the top. And then,
Oh, doesn't that look nice?
I think it looks really good.
I really like it.
And then we're going to put some alyssum seed. Here's the alyssum seed. This is just your basic alyssum. I'm just going to sprinkle it right along the top. in the soil. And when we water it in, it'll just grow. What do you think? Look how much seed is in there. We've got a lot of seed.
I'd say should we do half?
We'll say half. Here, let me pour that out. You can see that's a lot of seed.
It is. I wonder.
So I'm only going to do about half in each pot.
Oops.
Okay, and I'll just sprinkle it around. And this stuff comes up quickly and easily.
I wish we would have done it in the winter to put that in.
We should have done this in the wintertime, because you can take a alyssum seed like this and just sprinkle it right outside on top of the snow, and it'll grow right back where you need it. So I'm going to save this much for the other side. I should pour it over here because that way I won't lose any. Okay, and now we're just going to do the other side. You can see those little brown pellets of the seeds. They're just all over. And if any of them need to be transplanted, I can do that once we start seeing the plants grow. Okay, they are both planted. I think we've got them looking really good. We've got that tall cordyline in the center, and the asparagus fern and coleus surrounding it. And then this is one of the pieces of sedum that I still have in there. It's just about to bloom. And then the alyssum seed is in there. On this side is the other one. We tried to plant them similarly. So now we're just going to put some water on them to water in that seed real carefully, hoping that seed doesn't wash out. With the alyssum, you just sprinkle it on the ground, and there you go. Looks real good.
I hate how that's pouring over a little bit.
I don't know, that doesn't have a good little rosette at the end unless it's tipped real hard, but
I know, and I don't want to tip it.
we don't want to tip it real hard. I think that looks good.
I think so too.
So we've got this one all watered, and then let's do this one too. And those we'll just keep an eye on. They get the hot afternoon sun, so we'll just have to keep an eye on them and make sure they stay watered and stay at least a little bit moist. You can probably see where overnight the cordyline has kind of dried a little bit in that small container it was in. But everything else looks just fine. But these will make nice urns for the porch for the summertime.
This one was a bit dry, so I'm going to give him a little bit more.
And he's got a little dry edges on this edge. Okay, we're finished. They're both planted, and that's kind of a long shot with our water trails all over the place, but I think it's looking real good. And that'll accent the entrance to the front nicely, and hopefully smell good with that alyssum. Okay, well, thanks for joining me today. And be sure and stick around and watch some more videos and share to see if I can get some more views. I'd love to have more views out here on my videos.